Start recording, and we are now recording. All right, so this is TougeSW TougeSW.com. If you want to go there, see the other episodes and everything else that I've been doing. This is season 2, episode 15. We're probably going to end the season at episode 20, and we'll probably pick up on season 3 from there on. Today's date is 05 May 15, 2025, so it's like 5's in a way if you think about it. So next, who am I? I am the Wandering Raven. I'm born and raised here in Las Vegas. I'm a cancer survivor, and I drift and drive a 1987 200 SX S12 Silvia, and I've been doing it since 2010. So that's a long time. So, but I also daily drive a 1986 200 SX S12 as well. Pretty much stock, and I don't plan on drifting it. I plan on just being a showcase car. And unfortunately, I also drive I'm a 2008 350Z as my backup daily. So pretty fun. And I also have a 1980 280ZX that I wanted to work on this year, but I don't know if I'm gonna even get to it because this 87's been taking up a lot of my time along with work and its major projects. So anyways, that is me. And the reason why I do this is because when I first started this, when I first started TougeSW was back in 2011 when I came back to Vegas. I got addicted to the whole Touge Northwest area. I know there's like a few things back in the past of how it inspired me, stuff like that. Touge Northwest will always be my starting point of everything with drifting and mountain pass racing and initial D style things or Tokyo Drift. And I mean, that's like the closest thing to the real life initial D that I've ever had was up in Oregon. Um, so, but they also had a really nice, like, own little community. It was great. People were nice and everybody was actually helping each other out. Uh, at least I did when I was up there. I never had anyone friendly or nice enough, to come over and give me a hand for anything or what I'm trying to do, figure out. Had people, they had great ideas and great bunch of people when I was up there. And of course, trying to do it again over back when I came down in 2011. Different beast, different style. Vegas is totally different on the style of people here. So I decided to switch from there to start doing blogging here and there. But then I decided within last year start TougeSW to help motivate me to move forward, motivate me to get back into the car, back into drifting, get back into doing what I love to do. And that was being at the track, shredding tires, having fun, explaining my build to other people, tandem with other people when I'm out there. I want to get back to it. That's the whole point of this. So, and I want to keep it. I want to keep doing it like that, and I would love to keep it that way. So, anyways, on top of that, um, well, I'm here. I'm here to basically give more of an update of what's going on with the drift car, and so let's move on to number 2. The drift car vlog update. So, like I said, a 1987 200 SX S12 Silvia. Um, let's see if I have pictures. I did post a few videos online, but I also took pictures too. Let's see. Let me pull up a picture. Just attach my phone. And it's loading. as that's loading. The 1987, it started with a V6, and I blew up both V6s and ended up almost going with a special V6, but I couldn't figure out the actual timing on it. So, well, I couldn't get it to spark for some odd reason, and that really sucked. And especially when I was trying to figure out how I was going to do the whole header setup, and it was kind of a weird one. Count. I think it was one of these. But, here we go. Oh yeah, they tore up my street. That's 13. Was the was it 12? It was 12. Oh yeah, that's in my camera. I did that over the weekend. Okay, so here's part one of the weekend. What I've done was, you can barely see it here, but there is a return line for the oil, and that return line for the oil, I replaced it because the old one looked kind of nasty. So I did that, and it's pretty snug and easy to fit. There's another one of those images, like nice and brand new, all the way down. I even put thread tape on it. Probably shouldn't need to, but I did it anyways, mainly because it is high pressure oil, and I want to make sure everything was snug and good. Um, that whole line's in. So, but yeah, it's the one I'm working with mainly because they tore up my street. So, it was on. But yeah, I was getting angry at the weather that day too. But pretty much that's what I was working on. It is now level on the ground. It being level, everything's, I don't have to worry about getting underneath it for now. I will test to make sure that I got the right oil. So hopefully that's it. Close out. Yeah. So what am I looking at here? As you're probably asking. Right here, back behind the line. That's called the external wastegate. What? Oh, well, yeah. Of course, it makes sense why that's wet. It's wet because this was squirting out everywhere. Well, the old one was. So yeah, let's see external wastegate. Little, that's oil right there on the side, mainly because the old line was broken. So did that. I fixed that already. Should probe down more just to make sure nothing else happened, but the line has to go down there. The other spigot's way down here at the oil pan. So this goes all the way down. It was pretty fun trying to get it on. So that is that. That's brake lines over here. We're not going to look at that. This is the intake side of the turbo side, and that's like the main nozzle area. This one is the camera because I got that software working on my LAS. Look at this. I'd have to replace these three cameras and that, but I'm going to use this WAS. I'm going to be replacing each one of these with a WAS camera. But I'm also, because I can do this on the inside and I can actually stream it onto OBS, I think I'm going to be doing that itself. Like, I can be able to actually stream while I'm in the garage working. It's actually a good plan, really. I won't be able to chat often, but at least others can see what's going on. So, like I said, they were tearing up the road while the car's in the garage. Uh, mm, I think by tomorrow they might actually pave it. So, all right. So here's number two. Um, I went ahead and mounted the that, ran the wires downwards. You can see the little twisty tails down here. The wiring's down. Right now, I'm just going to test the pack. And I'm going to wire in everything that I can so I get it nice and clean underneath. So, and then once I have enough money to buy the other 4 gauges, be putting them in and wiring them up as well. And in which I think I can wire each and every one of them into the ECU that'll be pulling the data from there. Except for the fuel. I like the fuel gauge. And actually, I have to find which line actually into it. Let's get another. Here's a cleaner look. Shift light. Pretty much have this pretty much right around here, but because the motor's been built, I'm pretty sure that red line is might actually be like 9-10,000. I can't tell until I can find someone who knows how to dyno and tune the NIS tune station on the ECU. Here's that with the cover on. I don't know what happened to this one. I'm gonna have to look for it again, or I might just cover it up with something else. But yeah, it's actually, it looks pretty OEM now, the way it's all set up. We have the big gauge in the center. Once we get the other two in, they're gonna look pretty nice. And then I could probably put the cover back on here once I get everything else wired up nicely. I don't want to use those twisty things. Kind of want to make it like either a connector together and fix it that way. Is this another one? Yes, it is. Different lighting. But yeah, it looks very OEM. I like it. And here's me getting gas today. This is my 86 that I was talking about earlier that I daily drive. Put some gas in it. That's what's wrong with it. It's got no gas in it. I still have to watch that movie. Alright, so what's next in the target? Um, let's see. Let's open up my spreadsheet real quick. And what's left over? So I've been working on, this is what I've been working on. This is the list. All right, we're gonna make this bigger so I can go down the list and everybody can see on the screen. And make sure everyone can see. So right now we're building the new cluster. It's not fully built because I'm missing 4 more gauges. But that's why, but I did fix the tach. That's done. We blew the igniter because I was trying to wire in the other stuff and that happened. So we're working. So we're right now we're on number 4. 4 to 6 will actually be covered because that's all the wiring, and that's the driver's side wiring. Clear up the wiring under the dash. It's gonna be all together. This is pretty much done. So nothing to worry about there. I did fix that already. So actually this is done. I had to because I had to move the car into the garage, and I figured I'd do that real quick and see if I can move it, and it worked. Investigating, found the problem. I'm not going to say yes yet until I can pull it out of my garage, hopefully this weekend, start it up, and make sure there's no oil leaking from there. So we got that, going down the list. Fuel level, fluid levels. This is where, once we get actually moving and we're not dripping oil like crazy like it was, should be actually really good. I should be able to check all the fluid levels like brake, stuff like that. Check the transmission, make sure it has fluid in it. And brake, clutch, transmission, make sure we'll probably do an oil change at this time. Right. Oil change. We'll add that in there. Ooh. We want to make sure the clutch is working good. We're also going to make sure the brake is working good because I'm no longer using a brake booster. It's using the brake booster delete kit from TougeSW. So, TougeSW PD. And in case you don't know what that is, this is what I'm talking about. It's called the TougeSW single piston brake booster delete. It is pretty expensive, but that's what I've done. Brakes feel good though, and they've been really helpful when I was setting it up. So really cool. But yeah, that's the kit I've been running. So I have to check that, verify the transmission. I just was talking about the oil and whatnot. Make sure there's fluid in it. That's really easy. You lift it up to the side, you pop open the hole, and make sure the level's like right where it should be. I need to plug the hole in the firewall because on the passenger side, I did widen the hole there because when I had the J30 slash Z32 motor into my car, I had to punch a hole for the wiring on that side. And of course, that hole was bigger than it should have been. Oops. But anyways, reuse the hole, but it's much smaller because the CA18 didn't require a whole lot of wiring, other than the J30 did. So I need to plug that hole better. I need to make it stronger, stuff it, and yeah, pretty much it. So we gotta fix that. The pollen and dust, it kept on, actually, it is cleaned up now. Here, because yes, this has been done. May need to revisit. May need to revisit. Sand and primer, the rust spots. Yep. Driver's side quarter panel in the back, there's a giant rust spot that I need to clean up and fix. Fix bumpers. The rear bumper is not fixing right. And I gotta clean up the wheels. I want to paint them black. Probably like plastic black or something. Find some tires for it. Gotta be like low profiles I want to put on it, so it's gonna be really, really good. That's currently what I'm working on. This is the list that I've been working on, and this is what the list I'm reporting on every week. So our goal is to have yes all the way down. So we're getting yeses, just not as quickly as I'd love to. I'm only one person. I work 8, I mean 10, almost 12-hour days, so most of the week. Been working really hard on a project that I've actually taken a huge lead on. Uh, Being extremely amazing for once, you know. Um, hmm. What else do we have? What else do we have? That's it. We're gonna be doing the wiring, so hopefully I can knock that out. And so, all right. So what's next? Yeah, let's go ahead and hit the closing. So, like I said, we'll be working this weekend on the wiring. We're gonna finish up that wiring. Gotta clean it up. Better solution for underneath. I want to make some type of adapters or something that I can plug in and out of, and that that wouldn't be the like totally intrusive or anything. What's next? What to? Let's say what else do we want to do other than wiring? Wiring, pushing it out, cleaning it up, testing the oil, and probably have to add like a couple quarts in. And if that works, maybe drive it around the neighborhood. I don't think it's gonna make it that far, but you never know. I would love to just like drive it to work and back again, just like old days. Would love just to pull the steering wheel back off and walking into the freaking my office and people are asking me where's that steering wheel from and tell people awesome stories about it. Um, so if there's anybody in chat who wants to talk about my car, this is the perfect time now. My Q&A is open. Probably just end it here in a minute if there's no questions or uh, or anything to go along that side. Um, Vegas Drift is having another event coming, and that is what June 13th. And give me a second. And I'll go ahead and pull it here. So I highly doubt I'll make this, but you never know. I would love to make it. I love to go driving again. I love to shred tires again. Let's get that available. And with all that extra horsepower, it's definitely going to be a new learning curve. Regardless, it should be fun. Oh wait, did I? Did I? Wait, is this the right one? Yeah, this should have been. Because it's missing something here. Yes, it is. Okay. I guess it didn't save when I had this power steering. Clean up. I think I remember this. Power steering install. Currently, no. No. I have the full kit to hook it back up. I just need to do it. It has to have power steering. I know some people are like, or some old people would actually cringe at me saying that, but I've tried drifting without power steering. It's okay, okay, but it makes it easier. It makes it easier. It makes it so it can snap back when you need it. Especially if you're doing a like a faint drift. Faint drift is where you're doing a weight transfer. You go left and right and back to left. If you were trying to do like a nice little skid straight up using your weight transferring while you're putting pretty much the floor to the ground on on the gas. That's one thing I was like really known for was my faint drifting and clutch kicking. Yeah, clutch kicking to keep it going, keep it smooth. So I would love to go to Vegas Drift, so it'll be amazing if I can. But regardless, I tend to go out there anyway, so basically take videos, take camera shots, stuff like that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's it in a nutshell. This is the end for episode 15. So let's hope for something big for 16. So I'll be back tomorrow night for Act Like a Sub Genius. It's going to be we're gonna take on trying to hack me. We're gonna try some easy stuff and see how well we can do it real off the bat. We're gonna try it for the first time, never done it before, so it's gonna be good. We're using Slackware VM, or I can actually hook up my laptop, which is every other laptop I have here is Slackware based. The only thing I have Windows is my main machine, and it runs the VM of a Slackware. So, yeah, I'm kind of like a Slackware nerd in a way. But yeah, we want Slackware going. We want to be. I mean, that's the whole point of Subgenius because Slackware. I mean, technically, that's like the Linux version of Temple OS, right? It's a Slack where Slack. You know, Slack is like a parody religion. If you don't know what that is, just go to subgenius.com and you can get like all that information there. But it's actually just a like one of the oldest distros out there. It's one of the oldest ones, or one of the old ones that actually kept like an old base instead of trying to upgrade to something new or implement stuff that's kind of been implemented through Debian or Red Hat areas. Anyways, that's a long story short. Same time, but tomorrow night will be like a whole hour long because we're gonna log into try to hack me. We're gonna go in. We're gonna work on the first segment of learning. So we're gonna learn together. Like learn with me. We'll get this done. So have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. I'll be back tomorrow. Um, I don't know if I'll play Doomslayer again. Maybe. We were hammering through levels pretty quick, so. But if I don't play that game, we'll end up playing a different game. I know I should jump into Sea of Thieves and finish working on that battle pass that ends in a week or two. Um, and if it ends in a week or so, I'm probably gonna have to just jump in on the weekend too and just clear it up. But regardless, have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. Bye bye. Check this on YouTube. It'll be on YouTube at Wandering Raven. Bye.